how far do you think Iran needs to be pushed before Russia will actually step in? And do you think China will step in? And if so, before Russia, or they would wait for Russia?
Iran will need targeting, and Russia has global targeting. It is called Liana, and there's a number of other satellites which provide the targeting on any kind of the surface asset. Including on the land, but on the ocean also, almost in real time. And Iran has means to launch. What Iran has, it has means to launch salvos, not 1, 2 missiles. It can launch 20. Okay, that suddenly changes the whole calculus of the air defense, of the carrier battle groups, or for that matter, any type of the, Arleigh class destroyer with Aegis. So it is a complicated situation, but Russia certainly will provide all necessary means for Iran in terms of the targeting and the recon and all things of this nature. Iran has plenty of its own strike means, which actually between us terrify many in the U.S. Navy, so.
Well, it doesn't take much to terrify people in the U.S. Navy. I speak from experience of being in there. So I mentioned China, so we're going to shift over to Asia. Big, huge visit from Putin. So I have to ask you about it. I know it's a little bit old, but I'm still going to do it anyway. Let's see what Ian Sullivan said leading up to it.
Is in Pyongyang right now, for example. And so we see them working together more. We see them moving in a series of more transactional relationships, yes, but sort of with the tacit understanding that it's in opposition to the United States. And my concern is that it eventually transitions to something greater than transactional. I don't know if we're ready to say allies. That makes me really uncomfortable, but there's definitely something more than a transactional relationship. Maybe it's somewhere just beyond transactional and almost a partner, which is problematic for us. Because again, each of those actors has a significant impact within the region where they're located. But
So what do you think about what he said and the fear that this visit is kind of stoking in the United States, and their prediction that North Korea will be giving all kinds of weapons to Russia?
Oh, yeah. Well, North Korea doesn't really give all kinds of weapons to Russia. It's Russia which actually gives North Korea. And that's the problem for the United States in this Pacific region, because obviously, Koreans already have weapons, including the knockoffs of the, for example, Russian caliber missile, because it also probably has been, obtained through China, which in itself knocked off those 3M-54s anti-shipping missiles. But the point is, once you get, and I made the video about this specifically, and I did draw the map. Forget about even South Korea, which already is impacted. But once you get something like caliber missiles and Onyx missiles, my God, you suddenly have Yokosuka, you have Okinawa, and those things, they fly, they have incredible high precision, they are extremely accurate. So, and once North Korea gets this, and then, plus Scott Ritter, our common friend, he thinks that, they will also get the proper targeting system for their ballistic missiles, which they have now basically intercontinental ballistic missile capability. And they don't have the capability to properly guide their MIRVs, multiple independent reentry vehicles. Can Russia provide them with that? Certainly possible. They already have the ballistic missile, So, and eventually they will get it themselves anyway. So, but now when you have the situation with essentially what amounts to allied relations, so it is partnership. It's good partnership. So.
Yeah. Wanted to ask about that. It's the first visit in 40 years. Kim looked beside himself with happiness. I think I talked to Pepe the day after it happened, and he was just so stoked for North Korea, and what does this mean? Is Russia going to be the catalyst that sort of brings North Korea out of this isolation? Also, what are the chances for reunification of the peninsula, which China has alluded to and North Korea has as well?
Well, for Russia, it's a slap in the face of the Western world because she unilaterally broke sanctions on Korea. And that is why Kim was so happy. Their people will be eating better. They will be going out to Russia. They will be earning money. So it's economic impact, which is gigantic. So these people suffered long enough.